YouTube. I'm Shannon.
This is Meredith.
And we're coming to you very late in the game, but that's because, some people are busy and they don't have time to get their KCON videos out right after it happens.
Especially when we're college kids.
Yeah, so we're coming to you live right now from our college library, and there's people walking by. And this is very awkward, but we're going to try to get this done as quickly and efficiently as possible. So
we're here to talk about our KCON experience.
Specifically, our P1 experience. And I figure first we'll talk about just what our package included and, if we thought it was worth the money
or not. Yeah.
So, let's see. We got the combo. So, we got,
I think two. All of us got like 2 high touches.
So 2 high touch, 4 guaranteed audience, 2 audience chances, 2 gift bags, and then 2 red carpets. So the first problem I would say with the scratch offs is that you get 2 separate cheats with the combo, and it's kind of likely that you'll get doubles, which is okay if you have, friends you're with, and then if they got different artists, like, you can trade. But otherwise, you have to find strangers to trade with, which can be pretty hectic, and...
Well, it's really not that bad, though.
It depends on what artist you're looking for. It depends on the artist. And also the red carpets, like, you would think that you would get both a Friday and a Saturday, but...
That is not real.
Yes. Us and then our other friend who got P1 with us, Julia, we all got 2 of the same red carpets each. So me and Julia were able to trade ours with each other because she had Saturday, I had Friday. But Meredith came late and she got 2 Fridays. So she had to frantically try and get Saturday, which was the more popular red carpet, so that was even harder to find. And
KCON, really? I flew here from all the way from Seoul. Like, really? Oh my gosh. Alright.
Yeah, so that wasn't too fun, but I'd say for the amount of audience engagements you get, it was worth the price, but I was a little disappointed in the gift bag. I wish I would have brought what was in the gift bag to show you, because I could have shoved it in my book bag. Like, it was nothing. Well, it was...
We had like 2 magnets.
Yeah, there was magnets. So 1 magnet in each bag. We got 2 bags since we had combo.
2 magnets.
So 2 magnets, 2 stickers, 1 sticker in each bag, and then 2 sets of, like, KCON pins that, like, are just shapes. Like... There's like a K pin, but then the other 3 pins are just shapes. I mean, they're cute, but for a P1 bag, like, I don't know. That seems more like a P3 bag to me. Like, it's...
Well, P3 people don't even get a bag.
Oh, well, so. that tells you how, non-P1 worthy I thought it was. But other than that, I'd say the price was understandable. Like, I know a lot of people think that the price is pretty high, but like, it's basically 2 concerts in one. So if you would expect to pay, for a top tier package for like 1 individual concert, that's
about $300.
Yeah. So if you're getting 2 high touches guaranteed, like, I'd say it's pretty logical. It's like, just make sure you like a lot of the artists going. Like, if you're a person who only likes one of the artists going, like, don't get your hopes up too high. And don't get too disappointed in what you get, because this is made, like, centered around people who like most of the artists there, so they're expecting you to want to go to almost all of the engagements. Like, yeah. Anything to add?
Not really. Oh, one thing. So, actually, if you're not a fan of most of the groups, like I was, you might want to actually try to go to their fan engagements, because that's like what happened to me with Upchension was I was literally learning their names the night before. But well, I was there that day. I touched all of them.
Yes, we had Uptension High Touch.
They were all so beautiful, like in real person. Like, so you just cannot imagine.
I think what she's trying to say is, if you're planning on going and you're getting a package that includes a lot of artist engagements, learn all of the artists. Learn all of the artists. It'll make it more fun. So I guess now that we talked about the package, we'll just give you guys a rundown of what our 2 days were like. Day 1. So first thing, we get there and trading is going crazy. I was definitely freaking out because I wanted an SF9 High Touch so bad. My friend Julia had one, like that's who we wanted to see the most. And like I was messaging, I had, let's see, what was it? I think I had a G-Friend High Touch that someone was going to like trade me
SF9.
No, K&K for. And then there was another girl who I was going to trade that K&K to get an SF9. So the G-Friend K&K exchange happened like as soon as I got there, like that was done and out of the way. But then the person I was supposed to meet for SF9 like was taking forever to get to the venue, and I was like freaking out because K&K was the first artist engagement of the day. So if I wasn't going to get SF9, like I needed to use the K&K one, and I was like waiting for her to get here, and I was freaking out, but she finally made it. So yeah, I got that taken care of, and then I already had a K&K audience thanks to some stranger who gave it to me for free, so thank you for that. And then us three went to the K&K audience. You can talk about that, because this girl, oh my god.
So, we were in the audience area. Well, pretty much, so the thing is, you get to be behind the high touch people if you have an audience pass. So like it's pretty much all you do is just sit back and watch their Q&As, which was just nothing related anymore to them when you watch enough like variety shows. Like it's about, oh, what are you gonna do in 10 years and stuff like that. It was just random question they asked in like, you know, variety shows. And so what happened, we were back there and it was pretty much, I think at the end of the Q&A session, oh, and they also did like a charade. So before the charade, I was like, people are all like, so the host was like, all right, guys, we're ready for the charades. And at that time, you know, how audience were all like, we're just silent, we're just waiting. I'm like, yes, I have to take this chance. I have to take this chance. So my bias from K&K is Seungjun, and he was pretty much on my side, I'd say. And I was like, Seungjun 오빠 사랑해요, which means Seungjun 오빠, I love you, just in case anyone who doesn't know. Yeah, and he, I think he actually heard me, but he was giving out finger hearts all over the place, so I don't know, but I did got a reaction from him, so good times, yes, good times, good times.
She hasn't shut up about K&K since. Anyways, moving on. So after the K&K audience was the SF9 engagement. Yes. So me and Julia had high touch. She had regular audience. So me and Julia like hurried out of K&K and got in line because we wanted to be as close as we could to the stage. And we had Meredith.
Do we have to talk about that?
Yes, we have to talk about it. asked Meredith, like, to go over in the convention area and check if they had, like, any SF9 banners or anything, because we really wanted one, but we couldn't get out of line, and we hadn't been in the convention yet either, so we don't know what they had. So we sent her over, and we're waiting. She comes back, she hands us a bag, she goes, "Here you go." And we look inside, and it's 2 SF9 albums, and we're like,
I thought
what?
you said albums.
Yeah, she thought we said albums, but we're like, no, we wanted a banner. And, like, I wouldn't have cared about an album, but it was their debut EP, so there was only 3 songs on it for, like, what, $20-something.
The winter album literally had like 2 songs.
Okay,
and it's
but
like $20.
I'm broke,
Alright.
okay?
Alright.
Like, so me and Julia were like, we want the banner though, so like,
so I actually went back.
yeah, so we had to send her back to exchange it because we didn't have, like, enough money to also buy, like, an additional banner.
And thank God I speak some goddamn Korean. Oh, mind my word. And I was asking the lady, and I was like, I don't want it anymore. Can I get my money back? And she was like, wait, you were here 5 minutes ago. I was like, yeah. Yeah, that was me. Please. And she was like, okay.
Thank you.
Successfully.
Thank you, lady at the album tent.
The album tent.
Because she was then able to get us banners, so yay. So yeah, we go inside and me and Julia get a pretty good spot. Like, we're like 3rd row in the center, and
That's pretty good.
yeah,
I know.
you know, we had our banners ready to go. Like, me and Julia had our glasses on so we could see the boys and, like, nice and clear.
Glasses on.
Oh my god, like, it's surreal just seeing them up close, like, and the whole time me and Julia are, like, hitting each other. We're like, I don't think we can do this. Like, we're going over what to say in our heads, because, like, we speak, you know, pretty intermediate Korean, so we wanted to, like, say stuff to them in Korean, but if it's not your native language, like, when you're in such an anxious moment like that, it's kind of hard to, like, keep your words straight. So we kept going over what we were gonna say, and, like, they say, you know, okay, it's time to line up for the high touch, and so we, like, turn around to get in line, and all of a sudden it's, like, completely wrapped around, so we're like, guess we'll be towards the end. So that gave us a little bit more time to prepare, which was probably a good thing. And you know, we're just talking to people in line, like, freaking out, and on the way there we passed our friend Charlotte and then Meredith. They were both at the barricade for the audience, like, in different spots, so we talked to them as we passed, and she was recording, so thankfully we have a clip of us high-touching them, and
Yes.
So we finally make it, like, over to the stage, and Rowoon was first, and he's Julia's bias, so she's, like, freaking out. She's like, I didn't think he'd be this early. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, you just need to, like, stay calm, you know, just, like, talk to him. But, like, I couldn't worry about her because I was going before her. So I was going to tell every single member 건강해요, which means, you know, be healthy. And I was going to tell Tawan specifically.
Her bias.
I was going to say 잘생겼어요, which means you're good looking. So I had to keep focus because I was not letting this opportunity slip past me. I get up there, like, they're even, like, I thought they were beautiful from, like, 6-7 feet away.
Exactly.
Try, like,
and then
6
TV.
inches. Oh my gosh. So I managed to, like, you know, high touch them. They specifically, like, groups do high touches differently. They were doing just, like, you know, touch hands like this. Some groups will do this, but SF9 mainly did this. So I got through everyone. Tawan was, I think, 3rd to last. So I managed to tell everyone before him, 건강해요, and, like, a few of them, like, didn't really register right away, but I think it was Insong who was like, oh, thank you, like, So cute. And then I get up to that one, and I'm like, I lean back and then lean in, and I'm like, 잘생겼어요. And then he goes, oh, 감사합니다, which means thank you. And I was just like, how, like, Hui-young and Channy were after him, so I was like shooken up. So I don't even remember if I pronounced 건강해요 like correctly, but I was just like, oh my god. And I get off the stage and like I stop at the bottom of the stairs like and turn around to look at Julia, and she's like starstruck, like she doesn't know what just happened. And I'm like, so did you, like, what'd you tell him? And she was like, I couldn't say anything.
I was like freaking out and smiling.
Julia, she's like, what did you say? I was like, I managed to say everything I wanted. And like I was surprised at myself because like I'm anxious as hell, so I don't know how I did it, but
you're literally 6 inches from them. Like,
yeah, I'm so thankful I did. Yeah, it was just a good time. They're so funny, so nice, so good looking, so talented. Stan SF9. Yeah, that's
Stan K and K too.
That's all I have to say about that. I miss them. Moving on. After SF9 was the G-Friend engagement, which I did not go to, but she did, if you want to say anything brief about that.
Well, I guess because we're girls, we're not really that into girl groups. So I guess I went to, well, I was in there, I was just looking at them. I mean, I'd say my bias from G-Friend is Yuju, and she was she was so nervous, and like the other members were like all smiling and like saying good stuff or like thank you and stuff. She was so nervous. Like the same thing happened at the red carpet, and she was so nervous. She was just standing there like, she literally froze. Like she froze on stage, and she was like, for like a good 3 minutes at least. Anyway, it was still a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of fanboys. Songchum fans, 아저씨 fans, which means uncle fans, and yeah, they were crazy. They were all over the place, and yeah, then as moving on.
After that was the highlight engagement, but like I said, I wasn't at the G-Friend, and neither was Julia, so we had some time to spare. We were just, walking around, so we figured like we'd go up and get our gift bags in the one convention area. So we like start walking past and we see a panel going on, so I'm like, oh, who's at the panel? And like I look closely and I see it's Goto, or so like we just sit down like just to chill, and she's like, do you want me to like go grab the gift bags while you're washing? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I give her my gift bag, scratch offs, like whatever. She comes back. I'm like, okay, disappointment, whatever. And then Goto ends his panel and he says that he's gonna take a picture with every single person there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Got a picture with Goto. That like super nice, super funny. Then after that, like we go to leave the convention because we figured like the highlight, well, Julia wasn't going, but I was going to highlight, so I wanted to like get a pretty good spot in line. And we're like on our way out, but we see like the path we took to get over to the panel was like now roped off. So I'm like what's going on? And I'm like, oh my god, is there an artist coming here? And Julia was like who do you think it is? And then I look up and I see it's a Toyota booth, and I'm like, wait a minute, Highlight is supposed to visit here. And she's like, no way, do you think Highlight's coming? I'm like, yes, like we should stay by the rope, because like if you're by the rope, they're gonna walk by, like, you can be super close. So we just stood there, and people start coming, the fan sides start coming, cameras this big, and all of a sudden, like, I hear screaming more like further down at the booth because it was like a pretty big setup. And I can see like just the edges of highlight, and I figure like, oh, once they're done down there, like they'll just walk through here, like whatever. But then all of a sudden they like walk past the walkway, and now they're like in front of us at this section of the booth, and like, oh my god, they're just
And you touched
nostalgia.
them.
No, but like, first of all, they're shorter in person than I thought they'd be. Like, I knew
Actually.
KCON was pretty short, but they're all actually on the shorter side, which is fine. But I just wasn't expecting all of them to be that short. They seriously, their outfits were amazing. They're so stylish, and you know I think they played like a video game or something just real quick, and then after that they turned and started to go down the walkway, and like me and Julia are at the rope, so we stick our hands out and I touched 4 out of 5 and basically got a free high touch. I think she said she only touched 2 members. I touched 4 aside from KCON because I guess he's, you know, too cool. Like he was walking like he had that swag, you know, whatever. But yeah, that was pretty nice, free high touch. And then I headed over to the highlight audience, and I mean, you're pretty far away, but like I didn't mind since I just high touched them and like saw them up close. Which, by the way, Junhyung is so adorable. Like he will not make eye contact for the majority of the time with the audience. Like he just stares at the ground, but when he looks up, like it's like piercing. It's just intense. He's like cute but intense. I don't know.
And Toon with that blonde hair.
Okay.
Blonde hair. In person. Yes. So much. Yes, he looks so good. Oh, gosh. Alright. So.
Yeah, after that was the red carpet, which we got, I'd say, an okay spot for, but I'm on the shorter side, so after some shuffling around, I was kind of like unable to see without being on my tippy toes, and even then, like, it was still hard to see, but it's whatever. You know, I was still there, and
I actually got a pretty good spot.
yeah,
right behind the fan side.
She's crazy. She moves around like no one's business. Like, you gotta watch out. She's like a bull. She will plow through anyone. It's not a bad thing. I just wish I was in front of you when you were doing it, because, like, she moved away from me, so I was kind of over there on my own. Like, Julia went with her, so they got a good spot, and I'm over here like, okay. But, yeah, everyone looks so nice. Yeah, but then we got to see Zion T for the first time too, because he didn't do.
But he is so stylish.
He's so stylish. He didn't do a fan engagement, so red carpet was the first time we saw him. He is definitely an odd character, but super stylish, super cool, just a really nice guy.
With that swag.
Yeah, there wasn't anything too exciting about the red carpet. Like, they just come, stand. The host asks them a couple questions about fashion, and then they leave.
Oh yeah, and there's this fan side girl. Alright, let's just finish the first part first.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I was gonna talk about that, because that was the second part. Also, I'm gonna have to end this recording soon, and I'll cut this out. But lastly, for day 1 was the concert. So we had P1 seated, because I have the body of an 80-year-old woman. Like, it hurts me to stand for a long time, and I was already hurting from standing all day, so I'm kind of glad we got seats, but then again, after looking at the pit, in New York at least, I'm sure LA would be way crazier.
Crazy.
The P1 pit in New York wasn't bad at all. Like, people were giving each other, like, personal space, and they were in, I'm sure, like, I've seen everyone agree on this, they had the best vantage point because the artists, they would see the artists front-wise more so than Diamond and Platinum would. So they kind of got the better end of the deal there. But we had seated, so we, let's see, I think we were, I forget what section we were in, but we were like 7 rows up, and it was like a pretty good view still. Like, the stage was pretty close since it does like the snake thing. So we were on like the first part, like the corner of the first part of the snake on that comes out.
Right.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. On the right.
The only, I'd say, bad thing about our seat was the camera, which would sometimes be in the way, but I guess that can't be helped. The concert itself was amazing. I'm a little disappointed that KCON was the only artist the entire KCON that only did 3 songs, and they had no special stages either. So I thought that was a little unfair, but it can't be helped now.
Pause.
Yeah. Everyone sounded amazing. Everyone looked amazing. The special stages were definitely pretty cool. SF9 had a special stage, love that.
This is that G-Friend Beast collab.
Yeah. They had like artists go up into the stands sometimes, do like MC bits, but they never came on our side, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'd say we had a pretty good day, and we were looking forward to the next day because I no longer had to worry about trading in the morning. Like, I was pretty chill from that point on.
For me, both of my high touches are the next day, so.
Yeah.